How's it going, gang? Chris Cards back through the mail. Monday, 7 returns for you today. That's right, 7 on our brand new backdrop here, our mouse pad, which I made probably a little too big. So I might use it for other stuff because it might not work for opening up envelopes. But let's give it a shot and see how it works today. We've got Larry Bowa on an index card. Your 1980 World Series champion, Larry Bowa, with the Filthies. Spent many, many years with the Filthies, both as a coach and as a player. Nice signature, very gracious signer. I sent him 6. He signed all 6 very nicely in blue Sharpie, including the index cards. You know, when they sign the protective index cards, these guys just love signing. And so whenever I see that on SCN, I'm just like, well, I got 5, I got 6 cards. I'll send 6. I'll send all 6 of them. And that's what I did here with Larry Bowa, including 87 tops traded for the set. Very nice to get these back from Mr. Larry Bowa, your 5-time All-Star. 2001 Manager of the Year. I'm sure everyone knew that. And there you guys go. Larry Bowa. Beautiful. Great TTMer Hall of Famer. No doubt. Nice to get these back. Nice way to start off through the mail on Monday. Let's move on to our second return of the day. St. Louis Misery, our very next return here. And I might have to adjust this a little bit. The mat is really far down. I have to hold the cards up really high. And here we go. We've got Larry Stahl. Did not sign the index card. And yes, that is a typed letter of request. I did about 4 or 5 of them, and I haven't done any more. So kind of an experiment. Didn't like it. And there you guys go. Larry Stahl here with an airbrushed hat. Man, Topps really did have a thing for making sure these cards were as accurate as possible. If they had a picture with the wrong hat on it, they just scribbled that out with some Photoshop back in the day and made it look a little bit better. Larry Stahl, like I said, 10-year career, 4 with the Padres, 3 with the Athletics, a couple years with the Mets, and 1 year with the Reds, including a 1973 season, his last season when they, of course, went to the League Championship Series. And let's say he had the most controversial walk of all time. Milt Pappas had retired the first 26 Padre hitters and was 1 strike away from a perfect game. Of course, Stahl was up, pinch hitting, 2-2 count. Home plate umpire Bruce Fleming called the next 2 pitches, both of which were super close balls. And to date, the perfect game bid is the only one in Major League history to be broken up by a walk to the 27th batter. And that batter, of course, was Larry Stahl. Pappas secured the no-hitter, of course, but yeah, who cares about the no-hitter? Oh my gosh. Anyways, Larry Stahl drew a walk. Go figure. And that is it for our second return. Here's information. Larry Stahl. And yeah, let's move on to our third return of the day. Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville, South Carolina. Not too many returns from the Greenville area, let alone South Carolina. And let's see who we have here. Index cards coming out. It is blank. And we have Mr. Jim Ferry. Jim Ferry here on a 72 Topps card. Looks great. Nice signature from Jim. 6-year career, bookend by the Dodgers. He was a Dodger in 1968, was drafted in the expansion draft by the Expos. Spent the next 4 years with Montreal before finishing his career with 10 at-bats with the Dodgers in 1973. No 74 Topps card signed because he did not have a 74 Topps card. Nice to get that Rookie Stars card back signed by Jack Bellingham as well. Super cool return from Jim Ferry. Nice to get some vintage back. There's the information. Awesome return. Let's move on to our next return of the day. Next one is from Charleston, West Virginia. Once again, a little known area for returns, for TTM returns anyway. Let's go ahead and see who we have. We have Tom Bradley. Tom Bradley here. 74 Topps card signed for the set. Tom Bradley was a pretty good pitcher, 7-year career. 55 and 61 record with 3.72 ERA, not terrible. Probably be a lot of teams' second or third best starter right now in today's age. But I guess the ERA of 3.72 was kind of high back in the 60s/70s. There you guys go. Tom Bradley. Very nice to get this 74 Topps card signed for the set. 75 Topps and 72 Topps signed as well. And do I talk too fast? I'm just trying to blow through these guys. I'm trying to keep your interest and your attention and all that. I speak too fast sometimes. My mom tells me I speak too fast. I probably do. And then there gets go. Tom Bradley, there's information. Let's move on to our next return of the day. The Metroplex is here on this envelope. The Metroplex. One of my favorite return locations. And we have Dan Fife. Dan Fife here. That's not a very good signature from Dan. Oh, boy. 274 Topps cards. The only cards he had, 2 for the set. I'm glad I said him 2 because one came out okay and one came out terrible. They both kind of came out terrible. This one is barely legible. I might just try again on that. I don't know if his health is failing him. Hopefully not. He played 14 total games in the bigs. In 1973 with the Twins, in 1974 with the Twins, 10 games in 73, 4 games in 74. He was also drafted out of high school by the Milwaukee Bucks. Of course, chose to play baseball instead after an arm injury derailed his pitching career, his baseball career. He coached basketball for 36 straight years, winning as basketball coach in Michigan history with over 700 wins, and did that for 36 years. Raised his boys, of course, and Dane went on to become a coach as well. Dane with Indiana, Purdue, as well as a few other colleges, and made his name in the coaching ranks as well. So there you guys go. Dan Fife. Very nice return from him. Let's move on to our next return. All right, my friends, another one from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania here. We had Larry Boa earlier. And this time we have, is it another Philly? Probably unlikely, maybe. Blank index card, and we've got Larry Christensen. It is a Philly. It's another Larry too. It's our third Larry of the day. Larry Boa, Larry Stahl, and Larry Christensen. Good little Philly, lifelong Philly actually. Spent 11 years with the Phillies. Former first-round draft pick, 3rd overall, and he inscribed it. 1980 World Series champions on an 84 Topps card, and yes, his debut right there, 4/13/73 on his 74 Topps card signed for the set. 84 Topps, 74 Topps signed for the set. Looks great. Awesome success from Larry Christensen. Still maintains his ties with Philly, always goes to the Philly games, of course, and has an investment firm in Philly that he's been running since, I think, 85 or 86. So he's probably got some money, hopefully. If his business is still in business, then yes, he's been doing good at investing other people's money, and probably his own as well. There you guys go. Larry Christensen, great return from him. Awesome inscriptions for the sets, and let's move on to our next return. Our 7th and final return of the day from North Houston, Texas. Let's see who we have here. Final return of the day. Nice clean mouse pad still. We've got a signed index card from, is that a lowercase a? I don't know what that is. We'll find out here in a second whose name that is. And we have David Clyde. David Clyde, one of the most hyped pitchers coming out of high school of all time, and that is not exaggeration. He went, believe it or not, 18-0 his senior year. He only gave up 3 earned runs in 148 innings pitched that year, pitched 5 no-hitters. And the Rangers were so bad, they got the first pick that year and picked him. $125,000 signing bonus at the time. Of course, a record. And what happened to this guy? He only pitched 2 years in the big leagues, had arm problems, and never just made it. What is this card anyway? This TriStar. This is a weird card. Never made it the way he should have been. He was, of course, the first overall draft pick. The other high school pitchers to be drafted out of high school, #1 overall, was a guy named Brian Taylor and some other guy that escapes me at this moment, but not a good sign. Brian Taylor and another guy who I don't remember. So there you guys go. David Clyde, yes, he was a phenom, and they were so desperate to fill the stands. 20 days after pitching his final high school game, he was in Arlington Stadium, 35,000 fans, the very first ever sellout in Arlington Stadium history, and he got the victory that day. Went 5 innings, beat the Twins 4-3, and won his next start as well, and he was off to the races, and did not really pitch that well that year, and the next year. And Billy Martin, the next year, there was this big fight over how they should develop him, and he should send him down to the minors, and they finally said, let's just send him down to the minors, and he never came back, basically, and pitched ever again. So they might have ruined his development, of course. He certainly had arm problems. That might have contributed to it as well. Not sure if he would have had them, whether he started in the minors or not. But that is the story of David Clyde, and that is it for this week's Through the Mail Monday. Hope you guys liked it. There is the haul. Very nice returns from all these guys, and very happy to get this taken care of. 74 Topps for the set, 84 Topps for the set. 87 Topps traded for Larry Boa. No 89 Upper Deck. No newer cards in this week's haul. Hope everyone liked this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. I do this every single week. Would love to have you along for the ride. And of course, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's returns. And it's a hot one today here. Sunday. Got to watch the Mets beat the Dodgers today. Walk-off win. And God, it's torturous watching these Mets games, but I still do it. Not sure what's wrong with me. But I'll keep you guys updated. And that is it, my friends. See ya.